I wish I remember where the original bad fanfiction you wrote was in. Also, I don't even know how we went to bad fanfiction, but I'm sure there was a reason. Somewhere while we were raging about Battletoads. At least this game don't have no turbo tunnels. Perhaps we should watch a film after the stream, Mr. Fury. Would you like that?
Watch what?
A film.
Oh, shit. This will look good.
Oh, just keep a level head. Wow, Z-Sword, you're pretty cool. My what? Oh! You wanna know what's funny? Is that what inspired that Rizu was me and Blaze dicking around. Remember that time we did the story about, like, the Final Fantasy Tactics? Except it was all stupid. And there was the black... And you invented the greatest character ever?
Who did I invent?
Oh, no, you don't remember this?
How long ago was it?
Oh god, this was like before you moved away.
Oh, well, I'm dead.
Oh, you want to try again?
Nah, I'm good. It was fun. Good. Terrible.
I gotta make you remember this. Sephiroth Dragoon? Was that really a name in that? Was that really a name and I wrote in that?
Sephiroth Dragoon?
Okay, hang the fuck on. I gotta find this.
What are you trying to find?
I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up.
Did I start something I'm not aware of?
No, I started something. Holy shit. I found it. Okay. We gotta do a dramatic reading of this. Okay. Oh my god. I actually wrote it? Let's read here. Okay.
Read out loud for everyone.
Alright, I'm gonna read this thing I wrote ages ago. It's intentionally bad fan fiction, inspired by me and Blazy, dicking around one night. Or several nights, or something. Just digging around, creating our own little funny story. Author's note. This piece of creative fiction should not be taken seriously in any context whatsoever. Expect complete nonsense, the outright removal of the fourth wall, and more author intrusion than that time that jerk broke into your house and stole all your soap. But I may be getting ahead of myself here. Have a prologue. The year is 2006. Wait, no, shit. 2009. Someone flipped the last number, and the person responsible will be reprimanded for such nonsense once a free minute occurs. The last packs of snow are melting in a tiny little town by the ocean. If you're from a small town, this patch is just conjuring up nostalgic feelings. And if you grew up in the city, just remember that time you went to Grandma's for a week and were bored silly. Yeah, like that. Good. In this little town, there's a nice young 20-something named Terry. Not Jerry. Heavens, no, that's not his name at all. Terry starts with a T, and Jerry starts with a J. Completely different. Just needed to get that out there. Anywho, this guy, Terry. He has these 3 friends in the next town over, Brad, Matt, and Sharon. What's that? Self-inserts. The author has no idea what you're talking about. These allegations are unfounded. These 4 duders, they happen to hang out and play video games an awful lot. And often, games come up in their discussion. That Terry fellow is a gigantic old-timey Final Fantasy nerd. He could tell you all about the best job classes in Final Fantasy V, I'm sure. Something terribly cliché is going to happen to these 4, much like something out of a 2003 tactical RPG for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, something the author himself came up with completely originally. Overnight, Terry's world will be transformed into a remote part of the mythical and blatantly stolen fantasy world of Evilise known as New Island. Terry will be gifted back with the powers of his favorite job class from that one Final Fantasy series, the Black Mage. When was his home changed? How will he get back? How will he use his powers? Can he even use them to begin with? Is he even any good at this? Will the author get rave reviews and several attractive women with big breasts desiring to sleep with him? Find out in Final Fantasy Tactics Regress. I can't believe I wrote that.
Really?
Can you believe I wrote that?
What did you say about me?
I don't know. Let's go to Chapter 1, The Change.
Uh-oh.
Terry Deschain groggily awoke from a wonderfully sexy dream, not unlike those the author is prone to having. These are primo dreams, too. Holy shit, you wouldn't believe the antics involved in them. The sexy antics, as they were. Much could be said about them, but it is inappropriate to discuss such things here. Wait until after dark. For the now, our intrepid young hero with the brown hair and hazel eyes was about to find himself in a real fix. There were quite a few things wrong with the scene he found himself in, and it's the duty of the fellow writing all this down to inform you of every one of them. First things first, this was not his room. No funny posters on the walls, no computer, no TV, no copies of Playboy. Academic literature. Yes, that's what I meant. Instead, there was a dingy old-timey bed that was in such a state that the only adjectives that could be used to describe it were dingy old-timey. The room itself was simple and bland, with not much else in it beyond the nightstand and the door out. It was this door that Terry stumbled towards, confused. Where the devil was he, and why could he not remember how he had gotten here? Such questions would likely become major plot points later down the line. The author was a good little boy and kept updating this thing right as rain. Spoilers, I wasn't, incidentally, just out of character. Indeed. With a creak, the door was opened, granting the confuzzled... I really wrote confuzzled?
Confuzzled? Where?
Confuzzled. I really wrote that. Oh my god.
Confuzzled.
Okay. Confuzzled Terry exit from the boring room, and making the author decide to include a paragraph break here so as not to burn out the eyes of the readers. Like someone quickly changing the subject of a conversation to avoid an awkward moment, the scene quickly changed. Terry now found himself in a tavern bar sort of place and was even more puzzled. There were people here and there sitting at the tables and getting drunker than Canadian lumberjacks, and all were dressed oddly. The garbs looked strangely familiar to Terry. The combination of robes and armor and other assorted accessories like something he had seen before. It was like he had walked into some sort of cosplay-themed bar, except there weren't any weeaboos glomping anyone. Weeaboo! Forgive me the paragraph, Beck, when I said we, that W word up there in the last sentence, a bunch of businessmen with paddles jumped me and started paddling me, yelling, "Weeaboo! Weeaboo!" It happened again. Ow! Anyway, Terry, who was unburdened by other intrusions, wobbled over to the bar and caught the attention of the bartender. The bartender looked up and spoke the first actual line of dialogue in this sordid tale of wackiness. "Need a drink, Mage?" he asked, polishing a glass absently. "That's all right," Terry replied. "Just tell me, where am I?" At this, the bartender chuckled, and the author realized he only ever uses 3 adjectives for talking. Oh, God damn it. "Had a little too much to drink last night, did we, Mage?" he said with a grin. "Well, you're in the spinning yarn in the fine town of New Ambrosia." Terry blinked in even more confusion. "New Ambrosia? Where the hell is that?" he asked. My, Mage, you must have had a hell of a round last night. New Ambrosia, on New Island off the coast of East Evelise. That ring any bells?" It did, but it rang all the wrong bells for Terry. Hearing the bartender Evelise... it says hearing the bartender Evelise, but I suppose it should say hearing the bartender say Evelise finally made him realize where he had seen the cosplays the patrons were wearing. "Oh my Christ, I've gone mad," he muttered to himself. His mind was filled with questions now. How did he get here? How would he get back home? What was that cute blonde's number again? No, wait, the last one was one of my questions. Sorry. Find out all these questions, except the last one, and more, on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z! Hey, get back here. I was kidding. Duh. "You look a mite pale, Mage," the bartender said. "Everything all right?" "For now, but why do you keep calling me Mage?" "Well, I figured you're dressed as one. You must be a black mage, aren't you?" Terry was oblivious to the bartender's reasoning until he turned and saw himself in a mirror. Sure enough, he was wearing the traditional yellow hat and blue robes of a black mage, but this get-up showed his face, which made it different from a trademark Square Enix black mage, and thus kept the author from facing a class-action lawsuit. The sight of himself in such a nearly accurate get-up finally broke Terry, and he jumped back with a yelp. "Okay, really now, what the hell is going on here?" he yelled. Luckily for Terry, his freak-out was cut short by the loud thunk of a man bursting through the door and into the bar. Lucky for the author, too, as now some actual plot can occur. The plate mail and modestly sized sword at the man's side plainly showed he was a knight and not, in fact, a carrot. The man walked with a swagger that was not mad at all, groaning and clutching his chest in obvious agony. The knight's right hand was a familiar maroon of dried blood. Something had cut him pretty damn good. Terry gaped stupidly at the wounded bugger before finally speaking up. "Good God, what happened to you?" he asked, helping the man towards one of the beds. "Arena, in New Harbor. I fought a swordsman. Strongest I've ever seen," the knight stuttered, his ellipses punctuating the air. "Curse that man! Sephiroth Dragoon!" Holy fuck, I actually wrote Sephiroth Dragoon.
And I will love you for all eternity for that.
Holy fuck.
Keep reading. This is getting good.
Okay.
I want more.
Terry was so shocked by what had to be the worst name to ever grace a creative medium made by any human ever that he dropped the knight onto the bed comically and ran out the door. There's only one idiot who would use a name like that, he thought, and for a moment the author was worried he would be mentioned by name and then get stalkers, gay fanboys, and death threats. Luckily, it wasn't him Terry was thinking of. He made it 2 steps outside the bar, realized he didn't know where New Harbor was, and ran back into the bar. "Which way to the arena at New Harbor?" he asked. 30 minutes walk east." the bartender replied. Now! Terry ran dramatically out of the bar in cinematic fashion to head to the arena in New Harbor. The author is a total lazy bugger, so he hit save on his word processor and decided to call it a chapter. Hey, it was a whole 2 pages. Now that's progress. Oh, but wait, he forgot to add those questions at the end that would make people intrigued. Damn it! Who is the mysterious Sephiroth Dragoon? Why did he pick such a stupid-ass name?
Hey.
How much more author intrusion will there be in this thing? What's taking the big-chested girls in bikinis so long to get here and sleep with me for writing something amusing? Some of these questions might get answered next time. Or not. I don't know. And that's actually it. That's all I wrote.
You're writing more! I'm threatening your life with
I'm in the middle of a book, you fool!
You're in a lot of books!
Oh my god. So what did you people think of that?
Wow, who's the idiot named Sephiroth Dragoon?
Oh, I could tell you what happened next, basically.
Do it!
You're Sephiroth Dragoon.
Yeah, kind of.
And you're in the arena, and you were fighting and winning with your sword because you love swords.
Damn straight.
And eventually you join me on my quest for something, and we do some other things.
The quest for big boobs. Oh, very good, too. So.
We didn't even get to my favorite character, which actually, is funny enough, Blaze invented.
Woohoo! Who is it?
Okay, you know how Final Fantasy has job classes, right? Like the black mage, the white mage, and stuff?
Of course, basic knowledge.
Well, Final Fantasy Tactics has a calculator, which is basically a class that calculates based on enemy stats and where they are and casts magic on them, depending. So if all the enemy's HP is like a multiple of 4, you cast wholly on all of them. That's how a calculator works in Final Fantasy. Another class is a blue mage, who gets hit by enemy attacks and learns them. So you combine the two to create a dual-classed blue mage/calculator, who was basically a giant bookworm who calculated probability in his encyclopedia and knew a lot of attacks. Oh, there's a 99.6% chance that you're a moron!
Hey, I can wield a sword effectively.
Alright. Now to read Zenny's bad fanfiction that he just sent me on Skype. Okay. Alright. Are you ready?
Yep. Go for it.
I think you're going to die. I think we're both going to die. One day, D-A-E, Frezno Infiernos was in the garden he owned, tending to his dogs, who were playing fetch'd. He said with a smile grin on his face, and scratched his chin whiskers, as if he was thinking about contemplating something good. What's happening? Pale Voyager said, mimicking Willis from Different Strokes. I'm just thinking about things and stuff, Fresneo said to Pale, who was right across from him there. What about? Asked Pale, who looked very pale and scared about the mob who made him stop LPing because he owed them money, and they put a hit on his head. Okay.
I'm not laughing.
You're not laughing. I'd rather have... Okay. My gigantic and gorgeous penis needs a nickname, said Frezno. How about Mick, said Pale, who was responding to Fresno's rhetorical joke. Hey, I have an idea, said Frezno, speaking to Pale. We both live, he continued, in Canada, with a K, mind you, which means that this could totally happen, since Canada is just an island like Hawaii. Yes, answered Pale. Maybe we should have a Cannabian orgy, like our ancestors did when we weren't born yet, and they weren't dead. My God, said Pale, we should do it! And so they naked now.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, no, it continues! I thought that was the end. Oh, fuck.
So.
Oh, my God, this is all... Oh, God, this is going to get highlighted for a week at least. This is unfortunate.
Careful with your...
Oh, God, don't you start reading! Oh, no. Don't.
I could probably pick out half those words anyway.
Careful with your elephant penis, Frez. I am virgin ass, said Pale, gripping his tight, T-Y-G-H-T, ass and bracing his mind for the future. That's why lube is used by me, said Fresno, talking about his elephant penis. Frez took off his pants and then put them back on because it's cold in Canada, and he thought he was afraid his ginormous penis would freeze off. That's one freezing inferno I don't want to see. Oh, said Pale, my ginormous penis freezing and breaking off, and then a spurt of blood coming infinitely, like an inferno. I'm so sorry, Rizu sister. I'm so sorry. I just want to say this. I'm so sorry. I swear I'm a nice man. I don't do this all the time. Rizu, tell her. Rizu, tell her!
He's not a nice man. He's a black mage. A conqueror, destroyer. He'll destroy everything. Run! Run!
So they went in the house. They go in the house that is owned by Fresno, and they say, I'm no longer afraid of my penis freezing like an inferno's. Yes, said Pale, who was shaving his garrulous, hairy chest of sexy to be more approachable in the eye of Frezno, who liked his men like he liked his lichen men, which were hairless like himself and those who came before him. Pale got on the floor until the cover that was set like two penises that were going into one another. His favorite sex act, if you didn't know. Aye, ready, Pale said, unhinging his jaw so Fresno's penis could fit into it. Fresno's penis went into Pale through his lungs, esophagus, and both his small larger intestines and his anus because it tore so big like a pike. Said Pale, who couldn't actually say anything because Fresno's penis was in not his. I know, said Frezno. Frezno then took out penis and went in the back door like a carrot. Pale had to unhinge his ass by pooing all over Frezno. Oh, God. Said Pale, because his jaw was still unhinged from before. Your shit will make lube for me to do you in the ass with, said Frezzing as he stuffed Pale like a turkey on Halloween. His penis went in through the ansu and intestines and lungs and heart and things and went out the mouth. Suddenly, but not Pale's evil twin, Elap came in and pooed on his non-evil twin and they had an orgy for a while. They finished and lie there pooling all, saying, Frezno, what a good day, we should do this again. Sure, said Elap, it'd be fun. Said Pale, whose jaw was still unhinged, and he leaked from both massive cum and poo. The end.
Make fanfic of me next!
Do you actually want that?
Do it, man! Do it! You have my permission!
Are you insane? Oh, ugh.
Fanfic me next! Fanfic me next! I never got fanfic before. I'm curious about what it will feel like. Do it! Do it! You have my permission!
I think this was the old one. Is this the old one, Jenny, or did you write this one fresh? Because I kind of remember parts of it.
Wait, if it's old, that means he's better at this, and mine will be better.
That was Masterpiece. Oh. Oh, my God.
I can do fanfic of me right now if I wanted to.
Oh. I don't know how this started. Man. I was reading about Blue... Oh, that was the old one. Okay.
Blazing Fury walked through the door on a hot, steamy day, ready to descend his pants to the bottom layers of hell.
No!
Just then, he heard a thump on the back door of the cave, which is a service entrance, I might add you.
Oh, God. What have you done? You've made him create fanfiction.
Go on, Zenny. You have my permission. 100% of the way.
Oh, my God. Are you really? Really?
What? He needs to have inspiration. I say I'm good inspiration for wackiness.
I guess that wouldn't be good fanfic material. Dull as a rock compare. Frezno, end the stream. End the stream. Oh, my God. I think we should call it a day, actually. What, Rizu? Don't you want to write Conqueror Warlock / fanfiction?
Oh wow, he's gonna do it!
Okay, I'll send it to Frezno when it's done. End the stream. Oh, God.
As my pants descend to hell,
Bye-bye.
I feel a cold steam coming from below the floor.
That better become a highlight. Maybe later. Oh, God.
I started something, haven't I?
You've infected this place with... One day, Blaze was in the Contras. You've infected the love of humanity. End the stream.
Never!
No, I really think we're going to end the stream now.
Okay, Frez, one thing wrong with that. Even if you end a stream, it won't stop these people's imagination from going wild at what's been heard tonight. They will think about it when they dream tonight. You hear that, Cat? Angel, Thomas, and Radiac? I'll be in your dreams tonight as fanfic.
Who the hell is Thomas?
Oh, my mistake. Be amazing something.
Rizu.
Oh, Rizu. I'll be in your dreams tonight, everyone, as fanfic. Ha ha ha! You'll never get rid of the Blaze.
Oh my God, you're like Freddy Krueger.
Who's Freddy Krueger? Just kidding, I know who that is.
I was about to say! Oh God, please no. Oh yeah, okay, we do actually have some Thomases in the stream. Holy shit!
I picked it up good.
Hey Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Thomas. How's it hanging?
No, oh God, I just did that so if I could freak out anyone whose real name is Bill.
Oh, you mean like Marco Polo?
He read that as Thomas because he's like a couple feet away from the monitor.
Yeah, I'm a couple of feet away from monitors. I think this is the best stream ever.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're gonna end this.
Will we do another stream, Frez?
I honestly don't know now.
Well, you have to. You're gonna have to read whatever Zany writes about me.
Oh, God.
Actually, wait. No. I'll have to read it.
You can't read.
You're right. I can't.
All right. I'm ending the stream. Say goodnight, Blaze.
Good night, Fanfic Blaze.